Now that Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker is out in theaters, a lot of fans around the world are very intrigued about the future of the Star Wars franchise and what could have been before the reshoots and the rewrites of this movie by Disney and Lucasfilm. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you are new to the channel for future Star Wars content. Now, one thing about Episode 9 is that we do know that this movie was used as a foundation to create new Star Wars lore. It was obviously used as a way in order for J.J. Abrams, Kathleen Kennedy, and CEO of Disney, Bob Iger, to bring Star Wars in a different direction. Now, something that a lot of fans agreed with and disagreed with. This movie has a lot of mixed reviews and mixed reactions out there. And that's fine and all, because I myself do agree that this movie is a decent movie with a lot of flaws, and there's a lot of scenes that I love and hate in this particular film. Now, with that being said, when we look at The Rise of Skywalker, which, by the way, marks the very end of the Skywalker saga, it's the true culmination of the Skywalker saga that started back in 1977, or at least it was the true culmination before the reshoots and the rewrites of this movie, based on all of the deleted scenes that were going to be a part of Episode 9's finalized version. Now, with that being said, on top of everything here, J.J. Abrams, he went through many different adjustments for Episode 9's first and second act, and even the third act as well. Basically, the entire movie was shifted and changed around in order to provide a different tone. Now, moving on forward, what's rather interesting about this is that it's explained that both Disney and Lucasfilm went through many changes to the film's second and third acts by going through many reshoots and rewrites of the movie in order to create a different tone for the fans around the world by J.J. Abrams and Kathleen Kennedy. Now, it's noted that these changes led to a series of deleted scenes, since the running time of the movie was decreased. One of the deleted scenes in the movie had to do with Anakin Skywalker's Force Ghost, portrayed by Hayden Christensen, appearing in a vital scene with Kylo Ren, inside the very depths of the second Death Star. It's said that the fight between Ren and Rey originally was going to end inside of Palpatine's old throne room, where Rey would leave Kylo for dead, where while Kylo was alone is when he would begin to hear the voice of Anakin Skywalker reaching out to him and warning him about the ways of the dark side, and that he would eventually appear in a vague way in the distance around 20 feet from Kylo Ren. However, Anakin's apparition appeared more transparent than usual Force Ghost, where he had a far older design than how his Force Ghost appeared as his younger self. Now, it's said that this was Disney's way of respecting both visions of George Lucas of the two versions of Anakin's Force Ghost by making him older in design. Now, this sequence in particular also included a moment in which Anakin even tells Ben Solo, once he turns the light to rise, since after all he is a Skywalker, and that this was the original main meaning of the movie, and before JJ even came up with the idea of making Rey a Skywalker. This was ultimately cut from the film during the major reshoots and the scenes that tied in with this one that did not make much sense, and that Han Solo was used as a replacement figure to turn Kylo Ren on top of the second Death Star wreckage. Now, the thing about this that I think is a big missed opportunity and a big mistake on Disney and Lucasfilm's part is that obviously a lot of fans went to go ahead and see The Rise of Skywalker because of, well, the Skywalkers. A lot of people wanted to see more of Luke, of Kylo Ren, who was a Skywalker at heart still, and even Anakin Skywalker at the end of the day. This was Disney and Lucasfilm's only shot at really kind of capturing the true, image of Anakin Skywalker in a Skywalker saga movie. Now, yes, we do know that they do have plans to bring back Anakin in other forms of projects out there. In fact, they are in negotiations of getting Hayden Christensen on board of the Obi-Wan Kenobi TV series in the forms of visions that Obi-Wan Kenobi is going to see. So we're not going to see the last of Anakin Skywalker. We're going to be seeing more of him on Disney+. And there's also some unannounced project that they're trying to get Hayden Christensen involved in to portray the role of Anakin. We're not quite sure exactly what that is just yet, but we will be finding out very soon. Now, on top of all of this, everything related to this particular scene, the reason as to why I love this is that this makes a lot more sense, at least in my eyes. Now, don't get me wrong. I love the father and son moment in The Rise of Skywalker. I think it's a beautiful moment. I think it's well acted. I think it really shed a lot of tears among the audiences that went to go ahead and see this movie. It's probably one of the better points of the movie, probably one of the big highlights of Episode 9, is the Han and Kylo Ren reunion. Even though Han is just a vision, right? That's something that a lot of fans seem to have a problem with, is that Han is just a vision. However, there are a lot of hints out there that it was Leia herself on her deathbed who was creating the Han Solo vision before Kylo Ren. Basically, she was initiating it. So if you want to look at it like that in that way, Leia was the one who turned her son indirectly. Now, everything related to it in that sense, Anakin, is the grandfather of Ben Solo, and it makes a lot of sense as well, because he's also related to Ben, and it's somebody that Ben Solo / Kylo was looking up to in a different way, only as Darth Vader. This would have given Kylo Ren the opportunity to see his grandfather for who he really was before he became Darth Vader under the manipulation of Emperor Palpatine. So anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.